All right. First of all, I've been fighting bronchitis for the last week, so you got to bear with my voice is just now coming back. And Susan, I hope you bear with me on this. And when I received this last week, I decided to read it to my wife. And the first thing I see is that The Christmas Guest by Helen Steiner Rice. And she's familiar with it. And I said, what in the world have I got into? Aaron's letting me read a story by a woman about women, and my wife likes it. We're never on the same page. I'm in a world of hurt already. If it's Louis Moore, I'd be a lot more comfortable.
It's a miracle.
Yeah, right. So with that said, here we go. The Story of Christmas Gifts by Helen Steiner Rice. It happened one day at the year's white end. Two neighbors called on an old-time friend. And by the way, I had to read this dadgum thing about 6 times before I got through it. I didn't have to stop. So.
Are you gonna cry? Roll it.
And they found his shop so meager and mean, made merry with 1,000 burls of green. And Conrad was sitting with face of shine, when suddenly stopped as he stitched twine, and said, "Oh friends, at dawn today, when the cock was crowing the night away, the Lord appeared in a dream to me and said, I'm coming your guest to be. So I've been busy with feet astir, strewing my shop with branches of fir. The table is spread and the kettle is shined, and over the rafters the holly is twined. And now I will wait for my Lord to appear, and listen closely so I will hear his steps as he nears my humble place, and I open the door and look into his face." So his friends went home and left Conrad alone, for this was the happiest day he had known. For long since his family had passed away, and Conrad has spent a sad Christmas day. But he knew with the Lord as his Christmas guest, this Christmas would be the dearest and best. And he listened with only joy in his heart. And with every sound he would rise with a start, and look for the Lord to be standing there in answer to his earnest prayer. So he ran to the window after hearing a sound, but all that he saw on the snow-covered ground was a shabby beggar whose shoes were torn and all of his clothes were ragged and worn. So Conrad was touched and went to the door, and he said, "Your feet must be frozen and sore. And I have shoes in my shop for you, and a coat that will keep you warmer too." So with a grateful heart the man went away, but as Conrad noticed the time of day, he wondered what made the dear Lord so late, and how much longer he'd have to wait. When he heard the knock and ran to the door, but it was only a stranger once more. A Ben O'Crone with a shawl of black, a bundle of kindling piled on her back. She asked for only a place to rest, but that was reserved for Conrad's great guest. But her voice seemed to plead, "Don't send me away. Let me rest a while on Christmas Day." So Conrad brewed her a steaming cup and told her to sit at the table and sip. But after she left, he was filled with dismay, for he saw that the hours were passing away. And the Lord had not come as he said he would, and Conrad felt sure he had misunderstood. When out of the stillness he heard a cry, "Please help me and tell me, where am I?" So again he opened his friendly door and stood disappointed as twice before. It was only a child who had wandered away and was lost from her family on Christmas Day. Again, Conrad's heart was heavy and sad, but he knew he would make this little child glad. So he called her in and wiped her tears and quieted her childish fears. Then he led her back to her home once more, but as he entered his own darkened door, he knew that the Lord was not coming today, for the hours of Christmas had passed away. So he went to his room and knelt down to pray, and he said, "Dear Lord, why did you delay? What kept you from coming to call on me? For I wanted so much your face to see." When soft in the silence a voice he heard, "Lift up your head, for I kept my word." 3 times my shadow crossed your floor. 3 times I came to your lonely door. For I was a beggar with bruised cold feet. I was the woman you gave to eat. And I was a child on the homeless street. 3 times I knocked and 3 times I came in. Each time I found the warmth of a friend. Of all the gifts, love is the best. And I was honored to be your Christmas guest.